Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We forgot
stick.
Sorry, folks, we forgot to change the background. You see, now you're not going to let me put that up where I normally do, or you're just going to keep it over there so you can hit me with it? No, I don't know
where that goes. This is what we call show prep right here. Good job. So much for contract negotiations.
Well, I just made you work.
Evidently so.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. Look who's here. It's been a while. It's been too long.
It has been. It has been too long.
2-3 months.
Yeah.
I don't think you've been here since that.
Well, I've recovered from the gallbladder transplant.
Oh, really?
Doing great, thank you.
Well, usually they just take those out.
Oh, not in my case. Yours is so nice. Let's put in a new one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So you got a
brand new one.
A pig gallbladder now?
Something like that, but it's got a good warranty on it.
Well, I got to tell you, I would think a hog gallbladder would have probably seen more bad things than a human gallbladder.
Well, I don't know, but I just have a craving for pork. You haven't got any. I saw when I walked in upstairs, they had a bunch of pots and pans. Did they just have a feed, or they're fixing to have a feed?
We, whenever our board meets,
which they apparently just did
once a month, and whenever they meet, they feed the board. The board, because they have a long, their meetings last 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and they come out for dinner and
got to feed them, feed and water them.
They feed and water the board. I've never been to a board meeting myself, but I
don't want to be either.
I don't want to be. No, that's correct. No. But I have had the leftovers. I've had whoever does the board meetings makes dinner rolls that are outstanding. Ooh. Whoever cooks for the board, sorry, I could have saved some of those for you.
You could have, but you didn't. Of course.
I feel bad about that now.
Was this meeting last night?
No, it was
Monday night.
A couple days ago. Yeah, something like that.
Well, you probably ate all the rolls, didn't you?
I'm not here to deny nor agree to such.
Probably ate so many you got a yeast infection.
I hope not. I hope not. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start over again. As Lynn Wells is here, it's been a little bit since Lynn has made the show, and
happy to be here.
And we're glad you're back. And you've always talked about the stipends and stuff. Probably.
Well, you didn't realize that I was at that board meeting because that's where they renewed my contract.
Oh, I did not realize that. Yes. I did not.
No, you haven't seen the board minutes, apparently.
I have not read the minutes.
Yeah,
no.
You see the minutes, you'll see my contract in there.
Is that right?
However, the detail,
I'll check out.
The remuneration is sealed.
I will check out the riders that are attached to your contract.
You better believe it.
The green M&Ms only. Or
well, that no hockey sticks falling on my head. Jeez. What do we got going on?
You want to tell me about what's going on today?
Sure. I don't like that one.
I found a few things, huh?
I don't like that one.
You don't like the top one?
I don't even know what it is.
Radio Day.
Radio Day?
This is Radio Day. You have spent more time than me in radio.
25 years.
25 years full time. Actually, how much part time you think you spent in?
I worked at the radio station in Carmi part-time 100 years ago.
Let's see, I worked in radio from 1994 until 2017.
Wow.
I haven't worked in the radio since then, but that was for the first 20 years of it part-time.
Well, I did full-time 25 years.
And then full-time 25 years.
Yeah.
Well,
the radio weekday, whatever.
They might be able to, this might help you. It's at Wabash Valley College. 9 a.m. this morning, starting right now at Wabash Valley College.
So it's too late for me to get there.
What?
Too late to get there, probably.
Wabash Valley. For the afternoon.
I used to teach there as an adjunct professor.
Did you?
Yes, in the communications department.
Well,
radio and TV.
You could probably present this tour.
I probably could.
Studio tours and breakout sessions on social media.
Their microphone.
How about the social media?
Well, yeah, it's a www Facebook deal, whatever.
There you go. Go to the WVC Facebook page.
My face.
Scan the QR code to register.
QR code? I'm lost.
You know what that is.
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
I got one on my back of my neck here.
You do not. Family Reading Night is the night as well.
If it's what county?
This is in Marion County.
Oh, I was going to say if it was in Wayne County, it'd be family reading night.
This is at the Brian Bennett Library.
Oh, Brian, I
And
miss
of course,
him.
you know where that is. That's on 315 South Maple Street.
Of course.
I think that's just like behind
Is there a bar nearby?
far. Yeah, there is.
Good,
Actually, probably
good.
about a block or two away.
That's good.
The
Get tuned up before you go.
It will be a one and only moon planetarium program.
Oh, my.
We have one and only one moon planetarium program. The 30-minute sessions from 4 o'clock
Wait
to
a minute.
6:30 tonight.
How many other planets we got? I mean, we've got a bunch of planets and one
We
moon.
only have one moon for us.
So how long does this thing run? It's like
Half an hour.
Half an hour on a moon. There's the moon. Here's your moon.
It's not even a full moon right now.
No, it was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's waning right now, right?
No, it was pretty clear when I got in here.
I just saw that. I walked right into that. I knew exactly what I was
It's
doing.
not waning, Booze.
The 30-minute sessions will showcase several new moon discs. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's probably like a slideshow.
There will be no fee to attend.
Well, I'd hope not.
And this program is open to all ages.
They better be feeding.
Registration is. I don't think so. Registration is requested. You can stop by or give them a call at the main desk there at the library to attend the family reading night. I don't understand several new moon discs for family reading.
It's got to be a slideshow. And maybe the person that presents will shoot the moon at the end of the
Here's something you can do.
Shoot him a moon.
Here's something
Okay.
you can do this afternoon. The
Okay.
St. Anthony's Savvy Senior Program and Luncheon.
Yeah.
At the Senior Center there at 209 South Merchant Street in Effingham.
Ooh, that's only like 25 miles from here.
Today at 11 a.m. till 1 p.m.
Oh, I can make it.
Seniors over 60,
That's me.
free.
Put me down, Coach.
Everybody's free. Join us
Let me in,
at
Coach.
the Effingham Senior Center for
Yeah.
St. Anthony's Savvy Senior Program and Luncheon. So they're feeding.
They're feeding.
Featuring the HSHS St. Anthony's Rehabilitation and Wellness Team. Wellness Team free to all seniors over the age of 60. Please call and let them know you're going to come. Make a reservation. Any questions or to make a reservation, contact Lexi Hardigan.
I know Lexi, yeah.
217-347-5569 or give her an email or just get a hold of her.
Send her a card or something.
You know what else is going on
No.
in Effingham? You go there and then
I might just go up there and get a room.
well, you could help them celebrate the 17th annual class of top leaders under
Topless
40.
leaders, did you-
Top
Not
leaders.
topless?
Top leaders under 40. I need to put the emphasis on the right
Emphasis.
syllables. Put the 17th annual class of top leaders under 40 and 5th annual class of upcoming leaders presented by the HSHS St. Anthony.
What is HSH? Home Securities Salami Association or something?
HSHS? It's
Homemakers is senior. I don't know.
Her Samaritan.
Plurp. I don't know. HSHSA. Remember FDIC.
And the Seymour Milling Company also helping.
Seymour Milling Company.
Seymour, that's in over there in T-Town. The recognition dinner tonight. These leaders possess empathy, the ability to inspire,
Glory!
strong communication skills, and pride in their community. This is the way of saying thank you for all you do. See, now this is a nice program.
Is that a free feed?
No.
Ooh.
No, $40.
Oh.
$40 for
Open bar?
adults, $20 per child.
Open bar?
There is at 5 p.m. there is a recipient cocktail reception and group photo.
Oh boy.
As many as recipients,
probably ought to do the photo before
as there are, I'm doubting it's a free bar.
Well, they probably need to do the open bar after the picture.
I've met a few of these people. I've met
Buck Owens. Buck Owens in there.
Buck Owens is not in here. I think I've met Carissa Snow, maybe. I don't know who all of.
They're wonderful people. Congratulations.
These are the top leaders under the age of 40.
That's great.
Congratulations. I got people from. I was thinking of that. I would mention names, but I've got a log.
Probably shouldn't. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't because I.
Well, they're innocent until proven guilty.
Mispronounce. Yeah. Well, do you think that's a possibility?
I don't know.
Do you think this is an event to gather people together?
Oh,
For the big sneaky police arrest?
It could be. I doubt it, but
I doubt it, too.
It's possible.
It is a
But
possibility.
what they usually do there is there's like a free trip to
Cancun.
Cancun or
Free baseball
Puerto
tickets.
Rico or something.
Free baseball tickets.
There you go.
Meet and greet Mookie Wilson
Or Mookie Betts.
or Mookie Betts.
Or Bill Betts. You don't probably remember Bill Betts.
I know, but I remember I went to
Bill
school.
Betts fired me one
I
time.
mean, really?
Yeah, Bill
I went
Betts.
to school with Gina Betts.
I don't know Gina, but I know Bill.
Nancy, that family.
Bill, he got fired after he fired me, and then he went to work for a automobile company somewhere in Tennessee.
How long after he fired you did he get fired?
Probably about a month.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Was it because of that decision?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm assuming. I don't know. Hey, that's happened to somebody more recently in our lives.
Hasn't it, though?
Yes, it has. Presenting is the HSHS Memorial Hospital and Seymour Milling. Partner is Whitney Roofing. Participating level, City of Effingham Planners Precision, the Equity and Woods Advisors Emerging Leader Institute, and the photos put on by Piotrowski Studios. So there
Petrasky Studios.
Nicole Morrison is the person in charge of that up at the Effingham Chamber
Is
of
Nicole
Commerce.
married to Van?
I don't know if I presume she's married, but I've never asked.
Oh, but not the guitar player.
Not the guitar player. She's not married to, the rock star, the singer, Van Morrison.
Van Morrison. That's it. Who'd that say?
You said
Pete.
Van.
Roy.
No.
Roy
different
Clark.
ones. No.
Okay.
National, you know what else is today?
Oh,
ladies and
something
gentlemen?
good, I hope. Oh,
National
Joe.
Gingerbread Cookie Day is celebrated each November 21st. This
Oh.
encourages us all to grab a rolling pin and
No.
cookie cutters,
No.
and the baking will warm the house, and decorating will inspire all of us to design tasty cookies while making memories. It's
I don't
who
like
do you
them.
think? What year was gingerbread brought to the
United States to Europe?
To Europe. I will give you
100
years either direction.
1508.
992 AD.
992 AD.
Favorite food of an Armenian monk, Gregory of Nicopolis.
I remember him.
He brought gingerbread to Europe around 992 AD.
Wow, that's too bad.
And taught French Christians how to bake it.
I just don't care for it. Do you like it?
Gingerbread?
Yeah.
No.
I don't care for it either.
No.
I don't even like the smell of it.
Ginger snaps.
Ginger snap's okay. Ginger ale's okay, especially if you put it over some whiskey.
Ginger ale's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm-
Speaking of ginger,
There's some other stuff on this.
I'm going to tell you a ginger story after a while.
First known recipe from
what is in
4,500
yeah.
years ago.
Ginger.
Those might be better off.
Ginger's supposed to be good for your stomach, that's for sure.
Really?
Yeah, settles your stomach.
Gingerbread from the French term meaning spice bread. So does ginger mean spice in French?
I guess. If it isn't, it should.
See,
I used to
right
date it.
there
I
is
used to-
why I don't like it. You see there at the very bottom, can have flavors of ginger, cloves, nutmeg, and cinnamon. I don't like 3 of those spices.
I bet the only one you care for is maybe cinnamon.
I like cinnamon.
And the rest of them, cloves, yeah.
Cloves I
can
don't-
go a long way. I don't like that too much of that. A little bit goes a long
I
way.
don't want to be near cloves. Nutmeg is okay in severe moderation, and ginger, like you said, ginger. Well, you see, that's the thing with ginger ale. You can't, you don't know there's any ginger in that, right?
In ginger ale, sure there is.
Yeah, but how do you know? You don't taste any ginger in ginger ale.
I don't know if you do or not. But I can tell you this. May I interrupt you on a drink
go ahead.
story?
Yeah,
A drink story.
absolutely,
I was at my niece's house up in Charleston, Illinois, not very long ago, and she had a bottle of blackberry Crown Royal.
Oh, really?
I'd never had it before. I'm not a whiskey drinker. Not
Yeah, right. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. Anyway, she said, "Here's how I like to drink this blackberry Crown," and it was mixed with ginger beer, as in root beer, but ginger beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you can get
Well, actually,
beer.
ginger beer is alcoholic beer.
I
Root
did-
beer is not alcoholic.
Oh, I know, but ginger beer is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, she mixed a blackberry Crown with ginger beer, and it was outstanding.
Really?
Yes, and I'm not a whiskey drinker at all.
See,
but
now
it
the
was really good.
Crown Royal has
They got apple.
peach.
Don't care for peach.
You see, I mean, I haven't drank any of them, but
All the one I've had is I tried the peach, didn't care for it, but the blackberry was pretty tasty.
I didn't know they made blackberry.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find, but yeah, I'm not making this up.
You know what item might be better for the season right now?
Turkey.
November 21st is National Stuffing Day.
Now, I love stuffing.
I do,
I can
too.
make a meal out of it.
It's
I really can.
I have made meals out of it.
Yes.
This is the ideal day with Thanksgiving right around the corner. Since you're already thinking about delicious turkey, stuffing is a traditional part of the Thanksgiving dinner.
And you cannot put too much sage in it. I love my sage in my dressing.
You know, I am a subscriber to the Wall Street. Pardon me. I was subscribed to the Wall Street Journal. It got too expensive. I subscribed to the Washington Post. They had a article just a couple of days ago about, and it was a taste test of the top 8 different stuffing.
Really?
Over the counter breadcrumb stuffing mixes that you can mix. And you've seen numerous and all kinds.
Yeah.
Guess what was number 1? Number 1 top stuffing made in the country. By far on their rating system.
Don't tell me it was oyster stuffing.
Stovetop.
Stovetop was. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
It's very flavorful.
And you were talking about sage. They've got a ton of sage in stovetop.
Oh, I love it. But it probably got more salt in it than you need, but boy, it's delicious.
Yeah, that's
stovetop
I
stuffing.
think I've got another picture. See, now I think I like this one better because it looks a little.
I don't know what that somebody snipped off the.
Looks like somebody threw. Looks like maybe there are potatoes in there too, or something.
Oh
like
no, that's not. That's
I don't.
There's a log. There's a log in. There's a log in.
This looks just like breadcrumbs.
It looks good.
I don't know. I like the first one better.
And I don't like mine slimy. But,
Really?
Oh, I like it a little bit toward the dry side, just a little bit, not much.
Yeah.
But I don't like it snotty, slick.
Well, you don't want it slimy. You want the
Everything.
You want the moisture to be in.
Absolutely.
In it.
I want it to be
rather than
moist.
out of it. Yeah.
But I don't mind having a little crunch on the edge. You know what I mean?
You know how you get that?
Overcook it.
Yes, actually, though, you put too many eggs on top of it, and then like broil it accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
I have tried to make. I am a stuffing aficionado.
Are you now?
A dressing aficionado.
I love dressing.
My family every year makes a extra small batch of dressing, so I can take it home.
Well, that's cool.
They.
It is a meal. It is a meal.
It is a meal, and. I tried to make it myself back in college.
And
I've tried twice. I've tried 3 times. I've tried 3 times total. First time back in college, didn't work out. Second time, about 5 years later, didn't work out. Third time, about 10 years later than that, didn't work out. I am 0 for 3 on making edible stuffing.
But Mom knows how to make it.
Mom knows how to make it.
Have you not stood next to
Dana
her?
knows how to make it.
Does you stand next to her and go through the process with your mom? Do you need to do that?
I think she.
Or is it a secret recipe?
No.
It's probably just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, probably.
I suspect that was probably it. But yeah, it was
A lot of butter, a lot of celery,
butter.
stale bread.
Well, that's you got to have.
Or croutons.
The mixture of the turkey.
Oh yeah, juice. Yeah.
The turkey broth.
Turkey broth.
Turkey broth that really.
But a lot of butter. Oh yeah, gotta have butter.
Well, you got to have the butter, but I mean, that's the thing. It's only good when you have the good real turkey broth made with the giblets and the neck and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you like oyster stuffing?
That's all right.
Have you had it?
I don't. The oysters don't scare me.
I just remember a story from when I was young.
Hold on to that. We're going to come right back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Linda Wells. We've got more to talk about. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch, small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to switch cameras over to this one. There you go, Lenny. We just switched over to the other guy. By the way, since we were talking about it, what is the best bread to use when you're making stuffing?
Best bread?
What is the best bread?
I wouldn't, I would just be guessing. Probably just the cheapest white bread they have.
Stale white bread.
Yeah,
there you go.
stale white bread.
Stale white bread's the best bread to use. Its fluffy porousness absorbs all the unctuous juices. Unctuous. I didn't realize they called it that.
I feel a little unctuous.
And savory herbs, producing a stuffing that allows ingredients to meld for outstanding flavor. Why does the bread need to be stale or dry?
So that it absorbs the moisture. It attracts the moisture.
More flavor.
Because you don't want your bread to just float to the top or
holds
something.
up better when the juices are added. Fresh bread will turn to mush when the wet ingredients are added. There you go.
And you can actually dry it out a little bit in the oven if you want to.
How do you dry your bread?
In the oven, on a low temperature.
Place bread cubed overnight for 250 degrees.
Yeah, very low temperature.
You know your stuff. See, now that's much. You're doing much better than I would have done.
Here's something else you can do. You'd like this.
What?
You familiar with club crackers?
Okay.
Club crackers, and then cut your bacon in thirds. So you got about a 3-inch strip of bacon. Put a piece of bacon on the piece of club cracker, then some brown sugar, and then just a drizzle of maple syrup. Put that in the oven for 250 for an hour.
Really?
Oh my God!
See, now this has nothing to do at all with dressing.
Nothing to do with dressing, but boy, is it good.
So you've basically
that's a horse d'oeuvre. That's a
You're making an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, hors d'oeuvre. Bacon, club cracker, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of maple syrup.
All right, now hold on.
Bake that for an hour at 250.
So are you cutting the bacon to fit the club cracker?
Correct.
Okay, so you're not just
some of your bacon is this long.
Slabs of bacon on top of a slab of a big old roll of club crackers.
No, piece of bacon on each club cracker. Gosh, that's good.
It's
like candy. Bacon wrap. I love bacon wrapped bacon. I mean, I love bacon anything. Don't you?
Oh, I do. I feel bad for folks who don't. I mean, that's
I'm so sorry.
Bacon is so good. It's It's sad. It saddens me when people don't like bacon. Why would you do that to yourself?
Oh yeah. Anyway, where are we now? What are we going to do now?
One other thing today. Have you ever smoked cigarettes as a habit?
No, absolutely not.
I didn't know if you had or not. This
Nope.
is the Great American
Oh, it is.
Smokeout today.
I hope people quit. I do.
That's right. Each year on the third Thursday in November, the American Cancer Society sponsors the Great American Smokeout. It's an annual social engineering event to encourage Americans to stop tobacco smoking.
I tried it. I tried it when I was a teenager, and I didn't like it at all, which is
I'll
good.
say, how long did you do it?
Well, I've tried cigars, I've tried cigarettes, I've tried chewing tobacco, but you could put in seriously, probably a coffee cup all the tobacco I've had in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
After one day, apparently, there are benefits to one day without cigarettes. After 20 minutes without a cigarette, the heart rate drops. So does the blood pressure. 12 hours later, the body will cleanse the carbon monoxide from the last cigarette out of the body. If you make it past a day, your risk of heart attack begins to decrease, along with the heart disease and stroke. After 2 days, things start tasting better and smelling better.
And your clothes smell better.
But that's the thing. If things are tasting better and smelling better, you got to remember things are also going to taste worse and smell worse, because you're getting your sense of smell and taste back.
Ah.
So if you've been eating garbage and smoking while you've been doing it, you quit smoking, you keep eating the garbage, you're going to realize, hey, this is garbage.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I never did smoke. Neither did my bride.
Me neither. Let's see. Day 3 is when the nicotine begins leaving your body, and that's when it begins to get rough on folks.
People get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. By a month, you may notice you breathe better, the coughing is less, and your lungs are clearer. After
Well, isn't that wonderful?
So there you go. The Great American Smokeout. When do you think that started? Any idea?
Probably
I was
not
alive.
until the 80s.
Nope, 1977. Actually, the first Great American Smokeout was 1977, but they started it.
I wasn't too far off, was I?
1970. No, that's pretty good.
Within 10 years, certainly.
Yeah,
How about that?
That's all right. That's pretty good.
You scared me.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You need to smoke.
Smoke break.
We will have a smoke break here in just a minute.
You should have asked me something.
Well, I was going to tell you what's on TV, but I probably what the sports are on TV. I'm looking to see if there's any good
Any football?
team names here. Yeah, there's football, but it's not on TV.
Oh.
It's on Amazon. I think it's Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
Do you get Paramount?
Yes, I do.
Just started watching a great series,
What's that?
Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
You like Landman?
Ooh, do I ever.
I was wondering if that was going to be any good.
Ooh.
The reason I ask is because it's
Awesome. It really is
the
good.
thing is, the folks in this area, Landman is going to be entirely foreign to 99%. What a landman is going to be foreign to 98 to 99% of the world, let alone the United States.
Yeah.
Most people have no idea what these guys are and what they do.
Right.
You know.
I do. And you
I know. And it is it is a wild job.
It is a wild job, and it starts out the first scene of the show is wild.
Really?
Yeah,
See, that's what Sheridan always does. That's what got me. This is the same guy who did Yellowstone.
Correct, and you can see elements of Yellowstone
You
in
see,
it.
and that's the first scene of the show, Yellowstone, is why I never watched the show.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Yellowstone.
Because he puts down a horse in the first scene of Yellowstone. I'm sitting there thinking, if you're going to put down a horse in the first doggone scene of this show, I don't think I want to watch what the rest of the show's about, because I like horses too much.
Well, you just need to try it. Right, just get past it. You know the horse wasn't injured. You know that. They didn't
Well, I know
kill him.
for real it wasn't. I don't. He didn't.
maybe
Kevin
it was.
Costner didn't pop a real horse in the head.
Well, I don't know.
Just
that he
for
did it.
TV.
Well, sure you would. It might have been a sick horse.
Hey, we need another take. Bring in another horse. Cut. I'll cough during that one. Bring in another horse.
The horse winded. I don't know. But anyway, you got to see Landman. It's great. It's a great show.
All right, now is it one of those that they throw all the seasons out at once, or all the
no? There's only two
shows out at once.
They've only got 2 shows that are out. 2 episodes out already, and then each new episode comes out on a Sunday.
And it's Billy Bob, right?
Billy Bob Thornton, who I love.
Billy, what's your favorite Billy Bob Thornton role? We are going to talk about stuff today. Seriously, we are. What's your
Sling
favorite Billy
Blade?
Bob?
Sling Blade, of course. Sling Blade. What do you think?
All right, not counting Sling Blade.
Well,
that's
all I know.
basically his only lead. Whenever he was, I thought he was incredible. He was in season 1 of Fargo. He was the villain.
Never seen that show.
Oh my gosh, he was the villain in season 1 of Fargo, and it was astonishingly good.
Well, you'll love Landman. You really will. Trust me.
I look forward to it. I will watch it. I can tell you what's on TV. The college football is NC State at Georgia Tech. That's on ESPN. How about that's all?
Well, there you go. That's not too
That'll
bad.
be a good one. That's Len. I'm Bruce. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
That makes sense. So, how in the heck does Taylor Sheridan know that even exists?
I don't know. I
wonder. Because he writes all that stuff.
Oh, I know.
Hello, folks. Speaking of writing all that stuff, Len Wells is here. He's the Wayne County Press roving editor, and you were supposed to be here 2 weeks ago.
Something happened on the 5th of November.
Something came
Election
up on the 5th
day.
of November. You were supposed to, you were supposed to be here then the week later. Something happened then too.
Well, we had the murder of a judge, a circuit judge.
Tell me, for folks who don't realize or don't pay very close attention, may not read too much, what happened on
the morning of the 5th of November, which was election day, my phone started blowing up. And a friend of mine called, and he always calls laughing and joking and, smoking and joking, carrying on. And he just said, wait a minute, stop. I said, what are you talking about? He said, Judge Valentine's dead. I said, what? Thought maybe he had a heart attack and fell over dead or something.
Well, to just tell you all.
43 years old.
43 years old, Edwards County judge, lives in
North Albion, just a little bit north Albion, real nice home out in the country like that. And they found him dead in his backyard. And what happened? Well, apparently he'd been shot. And so anyway, his time.
Last thing anybody would ever expect to hear.
But then I started getting phone calls that, hey, did you know that his wife is in the White County Jail at Carmi? I said, what? So apparently she's the prime suspect. So she's been put in jail. And because of the nature of the crime and the position of the victim, you know, man, everything starts, a lot of moving parts, you know. For one thing, from an investigative standpoint, they couldn't get any search warrants locally. They had to go completely out of the circuit.
Because
he's a judge. He's the judge. Edwards County State's Attorney cannot prosecute this because he works with the judge every day.
Every other
judge in the circuit,
state attorney in the circuit,
couldn't touch this. Couldn't touch it. So they had to go out of the circuit to get a search warrants to search his house. And search warrants mean a lot more than just searching a house. It can be seizing of computers, cell phones, a search warrant to get fingerprints, a search warrant for blood evidence, DNA evidence, stuff like that. So they had to go completely out of the circuit to do that. Mm-hmm. And so who are you going to get to prosecute this? So they immediately assign a special prosecutor out of Springfield with the Illinois Appellate Prosecutor's Office. He's the deputy director of the Illinois Appellate Prosecutor's District Office. And anyway, so they appointed a special prosecutor, and they needed a judge to hear this. So they go completely out of the...
How far do you have to go to find a judge who hasn't worked with Michael Valentine?
Pulaski County, in this case.
Wow.
Which is, what's the name? Not Central City. What's the name of the town down there? But anyway, it's Pulaski County. I don't know why I said Central City, but it's something city.
What's the, what happened? Do we know? What are the facts of the case?
The facts are that police made 2 visits to that house on the day of the killing. First was a domestic disturbance call. And according to the sheriff of Edwards County, they got there, talked to the spouse, as in Megan S. Valentine, and she said everything's okay. And so they made an assumption, I guess, that the issue had resolved itself. Okay?
That's a young man.
43 years old. I apologize for coughing.
That's all right.
Very young man. So anyway, within an hour of that, they get a 911 call for help. And that remains a mystery, too, as to who made that 911 call. Because there's some discussion that Mr. Valentine called a friend. Now, why he would call a friend saying, I need help, I don't know. Don't know if that's 100% factual, but that's what I've been told. And then that individual, a third party, made the 911 call. An Edwards County deputy went to the Valentine home, found him dead in the backyard of a gunshot wound.
Not self-inflicted.
No. Otherwise, we wouldn't put the wife in jail and charge her with first-degree murder.
And the saddest part is there's children here involved.
There's 2 small children. One is in the 1st grade and the other's preschool, boy and a girl. And so they're now without a dad. And for all intents and purposes, they're now without a mother. Unless or until this gets resolved in her favor, certainly.
What is the process going to be from here on, or do you know? Well,
first of all, they had a juvenile hearing to deal with the children, and they appointed what's called a guardian ad litem to oversee the children. The children are technically under the care of the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services,
the
DCFS. So DCFS allowed the kids to go live with grandma, and I believe it's grandma on her side. But anyway, they said it's a nice, clean, wonderful home, and the kids love it there, and they're playing with their cousins, and everything's good. So they will stay there until this gets resolved.
Is it too early to tell? Is it too early to tell what the process will be in terms of resolution, trial?
I can almost guarantee, unless there's a plea in this case, Bruce, I would say that this case won't come to any conclusion for at least a year. That's just a typical thing for a murder in Illinois, anyway.
A year or longer.
Or longer, yeah. And she's already been through a couple of attorneys. She had an attorney out of Charleston. He didn't last very long. Now he's got an attorney out of can't remember.
I thought that was an
Edwardsville.
I thought that was an interesting story when I read the Wayne County Press Lynn's story about it, that she had already released the Charleston attorney, but he was still sitting with her at the table.
Still sitting with her at the table. And,
What was that all about?
You tell me. And he was consulting with her, and she was consulting with him. And the special prosecutor stood up and said, hey, you've already withdrawn your notice of appearance. You've withdrawn your representation. You're either in or you're out. Which is it? Are you in or you out? So the judge finally said, are you in or you out? Well, I'm just here for the limited purpose of speaking to her for this particular hearing. And he said, no, you've already withdrawn your appearance. So
and that was because the new attorney couldn't be there?
The new attorney was in Salt Lake City and made her appearance by Zoom in a rental car. So anyway, so the judge says, you're done, you're out of here, and got rid of the first attorney, and then put everything off until today, Thursday.
The fascinating thing also, and I did not realize Edwards County has after 100 years without.
We've now had 8 murders.
Without a murder. There have been 8 murders in the last 25 years.
Since 1997. 8 murders, maybe 9.
27 years.
Yeah, for a quarter century. But before that, it had been over 100 years since they'd had a murder.
How far out of the norm is that? And these aren't all, people can be from out, the people use guns, too much guns and stuff.
Yeah, we can talk
these
about
weren't
that.
all guns.
No, there's shootings and stabbings, and one kid was poisoned with cough syrup.
Hammered or something like that.
Hammered a baby to death, God. Anyway, that, and then one kid was given an overdose of cough syrup and killed, and, a shaken baby syndrome. And they weren't all guns, but a lot of them were guns. And, that's for a county of less than 6,500.
It's a statistical anomaly.
It absolutely is. It really is odd.
If you look at all the counties around Clay County, we're in Clay County. I can't think of
the last time there was a murder.
I can't think of the last time there was a murder.
Well, there was, but I'd be hard pressed to tell you what it was.
Yeah, for that matter, you can go all around and even folks up here call it Wayne Tucky. There's not that. It's just a statistical oddity.
It really is. I had covered each and every one of those homicides in my career as a journalist, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, there can't be that many. So anyway, I was at the visitation for Mr. Valentine, and I was talking to the retired Judge Franklin. And I said, I'm going to write a story, the next issue of the paper about all the murders that have happened since '97. And I rattled them off. He and I rattled them off because he covered a lot of them or presided over most of them as a judge. So I recited all those. And he said, well, you forgot about Larry Sams. Larry Sams was gunned down by a couple of idiots from Indiana that came over after part of a 2-state killing spree. I forgot about him.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then Jerry Kreisel was probably there.
He was
now
there.
A judge, and he would know about all.
Oh yeah, he prosecuted a couple of them when he was state's attorney in Edwards County before he became a judge.
I tell you what,
it was weird. It was really weird.
It is, and it's ongoing.
Oh yeah, it's just beginning.
How often?
Excuse me.
How often do you now, as part of as a reporter, when a case like this presents itself, when a murder like this presents itself, how often are you having to pay attention to this? How many hours will you spend on this, do you think, over the next year?
Oh gosh, well, I'll be paying attention to it several times a week because I'll check the docket entries on this particular case every day because you never know what somebody's going to file from one day to the next.
Yeah.
So I'll be checking on it every day. Seriously. It won't take very long to do it, but it may generate a story or may not.
Last question about this, and until something else pops into my head, you've been asked to be on television for 2 or 3 different cases over your career, and called in by 48 hours or Dateline shows, whatever that kind of thing is.
Do I think this will make it to that?
That's what I'm asking.
I believe it will, because if my information is correct, and I can't talk about a lot of it on this show, but if what I'm being told is correct, there are a lot of elements of this case that would lend itself to
that
an
are
episode.
salacious. that may be salacious.
Sadly.
Wow.
But I can't.
I got to tell you,
I hope it's all wrong. I do.
Lynn, I've always enjoyed your work, but there's probably not a lot that anybody's going to enjoy. You're not going to enjoy a lot of your work over the next year or so.
Well, and here's the reason why. I considered myself a good friend of Judge Valentine. He and I have talked.
I'd met him 3 times in my life, and each time I thought he was a great guy.
Can't tell you how many times I've talked to him on the phone. We've been out together socially on some things interesting, and it's just a great guy.
Yeah.
But nobody's perfect. Just remember that.
Nobody's perfect. We're going to take a quick break. We've got Lynn Wells here. We're going to talk about who knows what when we return. I don't know what we're going to. Show prep is coming up. All right.
Well, it's about time.
We'll be back in a moment.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic Famous Maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory at Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
So I wouldn't have voted for him in a million years. I'm just trying to help, Bruce.
Oh, thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here. We're having some fun with Lynn Wells. All right, I got to ask. You missed. You were supposed to be here the day after the election. I was planning on talking about whether you were surprised about what happened during the election or not. I mean, that's what I was wondering.
Living where we live, it was absolutely no surprise. In terms of, you're talking about the national election.
National election.
It was absolutely no surprise. Just the support that Mr. Trump had in the previous election from Wayne and surrounding counties was like enormous. No shock whatsoever.
85% Wayne County, 84%.
I'm surprised you're that low.
78% Clay County.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Yeah.
But anyway, so no, I wasn't surprised. I was a little surprised nationally. I thought it would be closer than it was.
Yeah.
I really was. But here's the thing, and I mean this sincerely. I've always said, my dad taught me this, you support whoever is in that office.
That's correct.
You need to do that for your country. That's part of your job. Now, you might not like the guy. You wouldn't have, maybe not have voted for him or didn't vote for him. But if you want this country to succeed, you want to support the president. So with that said, I hope he's the most successful president we've ever had. I do.
That's the thing. You want him.
Do I think he will? I don't know.
Tremendously successful.
I don't know.
Whether whether I voted for one or the other. Either one had won. I want them either one to have been tremendously successful.
Because decisions they make will impact our lives, particularly as we grow older. Decisions they make will impact our lives.
Was it, what do you think is over the course of your lifetime, you paid quite a bit of attention to this. You voted since 1972, I guess, right?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Yeah, something like that. Is this the most, this was kind of a surprising result in the amount of difference, say, in the electoral college right there. What is the most surprising presidential election you can think of?
Ooh. Surprising? Gosh, I'd have to say this.
Bush beating
the Bush v. Gore was. Yeah, that was. That just.
Actually, I got to tell you, I was tremendously surprised when Clinton beat George Bush.
A little bit.
HW.
I was a little bit surprised. I think that might have been a case of country boy versus rich family. I don't know.
Rich incumbent. That was
big oil family owned a baseball team.
A rich incumbent, but it was also a party that had been in for 3 terms.
Correct, and I think people just wanted to change.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that didn't take effect nationwide here in this one, in that you've had the Democrats in 3 out of the last 4.
Right, needed a change. Doesn't matter who it is. Time for a change.
Yeah.
A total shift, and that's what we've got. I mean, we really do. We got the Republicans will control both houses and the White House.
Was it surprising? I hate to tell you, I was 10 years old. How surprising was it whenever Carter beat Ford? Do you remember?
Oh, I think that was very surprising. Although Carter had the military experience was on his side.
Yeah,
because he was like a nuclear submarine commander and a scientist and everything else. He was brilliant in terms of his intellect.
Yeah.
And I think that helped him a lot. Not to mention he was a country boy, for sure.
And at that point,
Plains, Georgia,
at that point, Ford was he was certainly had been in he'd been establishment for years and years. He'd been
and people made so much fun on him about him in various comedy skits, him falling down, tripping, and Ford was always tripping and falling down. Remember that? All the Saturday Night Live skits. That didn't help him.
I'm just fascinating. How easy is it to you've never been on the beat of a political campaign, have you?
I have not.
How difficult do you think it is the job for those people who follow those campaigns around all the time?
I think it's gotten to a point where now it's just they're spoon-fed everything.
They're not covering anything. They're not able to uncover stuff on their own, you think, anymore?
I think since Woodford and Bernstein, there's not a lot of digging going on. That's my personal opinion.
No kidding.
That's my opinion.
Why do you think that?
Journalism itself has just declined in terms of the number of newspapers, and then with social media, and I could go on and on and on. I think that's part of it. Social media has been a terrible thing for journalism.
Well, now that's certain. I mean, you have
people get their news
going out, newspapers
all the
going out
time,
of business all the time.
Yeah, but and people seeing stuff on social media, just taking it as gospel and not doing their own investigation.
Yeah, that's something that you and I have. Neither of us will ever be able to change. I mean,
no,
unless I buy Twitter.
Well, I think Twitter's
getting cheaper.
Getting cheaper, and what's this new and blue something?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky is making some big inroads.
I have. I've been on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Facebook for the last. Well, I've been on Blue Sky for the last 2 years probably. It is. I was one of the early users of it, and it's kind of Twitter before Twitter got. Even before Musk bought Twitter, and it became kind of a more sponsored ads for all this kind of stuff that you don't want to see sponsored ads for like doomsday garbage.
No, I would like to think not. Yeah.
Well, even before Twitter became less extreme, Twitter was getting pretty bad 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it is kind of.
I think Elon Musk, if he hasn't already, will run that completely in the ground.
The thing is, he's got $300 million from $300 billion from from his other companies, and he doesn't care. I don't think about losing a $42 billion investment in Twitter. The thing he cares about, or the thing he has investors too, though.
What I don't understand, without using any names, I don't understand how people who live, and I'm just going to say it out loud, people who live in a single wide trailer out in the country, sending a donation to somebody that lives in a mansion and has his own golf course. I don't understand that dynamic. Why would you?
I
don't understand that. Never will.
They think he's going to do them well.
It's no different than sending your money to a giant mega church. No difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are mega churches out there that, send money to God, but use my address. But
I like that. All right, now you were telling me you heard about this fancy poultry.
Oh, you were talking about the rooster?
Yeah.
Oh, my Uncle Howard and his trained rooster?
Yes. Well, the reason I ask is because my wife is so proud. She has
a rooster.
She has a new background that we're going to put up for Thanksgiving.
Poultry.
And it's turkey holiday, right?
Sure.
Except this is like an 8-foot tall thing with it's a turkey
barnyard scene
with the head of a rooster.
Well, that's weird.
That is weird.
Something ain't right
That's
there.
what I'm having Thanksgiving dinner with. But you were saying Uncle Howard?
Uncle Howard has a trained rooster that sits on his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it goes everywhere with him. So anyway,
Uncle Howard goes to some weird places. How do you...
I can't answer that, but I just know he's got a trained rooster that sits on his shoulder. So he hadn't been to the movies in a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
So Uncle Howard,
what do you want to go see?
I think it was Ben-Hur. Want to go see Ben-Hur? One of those newer movies. One of the newer movies.
Ben-Hur came out 60 years ago.
Well, whatever. It might have been Top Gun.
Top Gun, there you go.
Top Gun 6 or whatever.
Last year's Top Gun.
Anyway, he goes up there to buy his ticket. And the lady selling the ticket said, "You can't come in here with that rooster. We don't allow animals in the show unless maybe a service animal or
if the sun comes up, and let's say Lawrence of Arabia, the sun coming up,
and the rooster starts crowing. So anyway, they wouldn't let him in. So he said, all right. So Uncle Howard, he goes back behind the movie theater, and he takes that rooster off his shoulder. And he's wearing bib overalls, okay? Stuffs that rooster down in his bib overalls. Now you remember this?
Yeah.
Do you do? Is it okay?
Go ahead.
So anyway, stuffs it down in there and goes in, buys him a ticket, says, "You come on in," sits down. And the movie started. Everything's going good. 2 old women come in and sit down next to him. Then the show's going real good. And Uncle Howard's worried that this rooster might be getting, because he's kind of messing around, jumping around in there.
Getting antsy.
Getting antsy. So I'm afraid he might be suffocating. So he unbuttons a couple of buttons on his bibbins. And that rooster's head comes out, and rooster's feeling good now. He can breathe okay, see? So one of these old ladies looked over and said, "Martha, did you see that?" "See what?" "That old man just exposed himself." "What?" She said, "Yeah, he just exposed himself." I said, "Well, wait a minute. You're 84 and I'm 83. Now, how many of them things have we seen in our lifetimes? Just don't worry about it. Just forget it."
You got 15 seconds.
He said, "I know we've seen a lot of those, but this one's eating my popcorn." Happy Thanksgiving, Bruce.
Happy Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in.
That was eating my popcorn.
We'll see y'all later on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Len Wells. By the way, County Press, help him out. We'll see y'all later. Have a
great holiday season.
Enjoy your holiday. See you soon.